Hello everyone, welcome back on the Diary. This episode is a little different because I will use full English so you can see the meaning in the subtitles. Now you guys are curious about what this episode is. This episode is Who is That? Where I will tell you about someone who is very important in the world of psychology. Who is that? Yeah, Carl Gustav Jung. Who doesn't know him? But here, I want to tell you about him. Before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Ama Shakura. Usually they call me Ama. My number is 2408015188 from class V. Okay, Carl Gustav Jung was born on July 26, 1800 to 2075 in Caswil, Switzerland. Since childhood, Jung has been interested in various things related to the human mind. After completing his medical education at the University of Basel, Jung chose to continue his career in psychiatry, and this led him to work at Burgosli Hospital in Zurich. Here, Jung met again Valerie, a renowned psychiatrist who introduced Jung the basic concept of modern psychiatry. At first, Jung worked closely with Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis. They had a lot in common, especially in terms of the importance of the unconsciousness. However, over time, the difference in views between the two grow sharper. One of the biggest difference was Freud's view that heavily emphasized sexuality, while Jung was more interested in the symbolic, spiritual, and collective aspect of the human mind. This is what eventually led them to part ways in 1919 and 1300. 19 and 13. Since childhood, Jung has been interested in all things related to the human mind. His mother was a deeply religious woman, while his father was a quiet priest. This differing family circumstance influenced Jung's view on spirituality and the inner world. His father was often seen by Jung as unable to communicate with the outside world, which might have influenced his interest in understanding the unconscious and symbolism. Jung also faced major challenges in his life that shaped his views on psychology. As early as 19 and 13, he experienced a severe personal crisis. He felt isolated and anxious, and even had a medical experience that made him reflect more deeply on inner concepts, such as vision, dreams, and symbols. This crisis, although difficult, became a turning point in the development of his theory. Of his story, Jung referred to this period as an inner crisis that was crucial in the process of individuation and self-discovery. After parting ways with Freud, Jung continued his research in a broader direction. He spent a great deal of time outside Europe, including a place in Africa and Asia, studying other cultures and religions. This experience greatly influenced his thinking. and theories, and help shape concepts such as the collective, unconscious, and archetypes more profoundly. In the early days of his career, Jung worked with a variety of mentally ill patients, and he became interested in deeper phenomena such as dream and seemingly unexplained symptoms. It was here that he began to develop thought that went beyond Freud's psychoanalysis, which focused more on sexual experience as the basis of human life. Jung showed his interest in delving deeper into the human unconsciousness. From a young age, Jung showed a great interest in physiology, religion, and psychology. He was greatly influenced by his childhood experience of mysterious events, such as dreams and hallucinations, that he found difficult to understand. This experience eventually became the starting point of his interest in understanding the human subconscious. After completing his medical education at the University Basel, Jung continued his education in psychiatry and worked at the Burgsley Hospital in Zurich. There, he met Dr. Eugen Biller and renowned psychiatrists who also had a great influence on his professional life. Do you guys curious about his story? Let me talk to you. One of the most famous theories developed by Jung is analytic psychology. Analytic psychology emphasizes the importance of a process called individuation. Individuation is a lifelong journey to achieve balance and integration between the different aspects of ourselves, such as conscious and unconscious personality. This process allows the person to become their whole self. One of the major concepts in Jung's theory is the collective. It's the collective unconscious. Jung believed that in addition to personal unconscious, we all also share a collective unconscious that contains human experience and memorized throughout history. Within this collective unconscious, there are archetypes, which are archetypes are universal image that exist in the human mind across culture and time. Example of archetypes include the shadow, the wise old mind, the many more which often appear in myths, folklore, and dreams. Carl Jung's influence in psychology and other fields is immense. One of his most important contributions was in the field of psychotherapy. Jung's analytic therapy was widely used to help individuals understand inner conflicts and achieve higher self-awareness. His approach not only focused on overcoming mental problems, but also on overall personal development. In addition to psychotherapy, Jung's theory were also influential in the field of art and culture. Concepts such as archetypes and symbolism widely used in literature, movie, and artwork to portray characters and human inner conflicts. You might have seen the hero or the shadow characters appearing in stories that stir our emotion. Jung also contributed greatly to humanistic psychology, which emphasizes personal growth and the search for meaning in life. This approach greatly influenced many important figures in psychology, including Jung's concept of the collective unconscious and archetypes have also been influential in the field of mythology and religion. Many spiritual teachings and ancient myth can be explained through the lens of Jung's theory. Jung's approach to religion and spirituality not only saw it as part of personal belief but also as an important aspect of overall healthy psychological development. Jung is also considered one of the pioneers in studying the relationship between psychology and creativity. He often emphasized the importance of artistic experience, both in the visual art and literature as a means to explore and understand the human psyche. Jung argued that everyone has shadows or dark aspects of their personality that are often unconscious or repressed. These shadows, although often perceived as negative, are actually an important part of the process of individuation and personal growth. By integrating that shadow, no one can achieve a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. In addition, Jung also argued that in individuation, anima and animus, which represents the feminine aspect in the man and the masculine aspect in woman, are an important part of psychology balance. According to him, the recognition of these two aspects helps one achieve greater internal peace and a fuller According to him, the recognition of these two aspects helps one achieve greater internal peace and fuller understanding of oneself. In conclusion, Carl Gustav Jung was a remarkable figure in the world of psychology, with profound contribution to our understanding of the human mind. His story on the collective unconscious archetypes and individuation provide an important framework for understanding who we are and how we develop as individuals. Jung influenced not only psychology, but also the fields of art, literature, and philosophy. To this day, Jung theories are still relevant and continue to be used in various disciplines. If you are interested in finding out more about inner world of human beings, Jung's work are an invaluable research to study. Okay, maybe that's a biography story from me. Let's end today episode. Who is that? See you when I see you. Now that I've told you about him, does anyone else feel more amazed? Carl Jung was one of the psychologists who developed his own theory, and it's still used today. He has unyielding nature and is not buried. always feeling dissatisfied with knowledge. Hopefully, from my story, you will be inspired by his character.